What's up, everybody? Update number 3 coming at you. So what I've already done, yesterday I switched out my rear tire. It was like completely bald and super old and cracked up. It started splitting between the tire and the sidewall, like big old chunks where you could see the threads coming out. So it was probably gonna blow up here soon. I was getting death wobbles and just wondering where it was coming from, and I finally figured out that. And then also all my spokes on this side towards me, they were all super loose, so I went around tightening all those. Kind of threw off the trueness of the rim, but I got the brakes redialed in good enough. It still rubs in like 1 or 2 spots, but it's not too bad. And then I think last week I ended up dropping the needle on the slide all the way down to its lowest setting, just because it seemed kind of boggy on the top end. So it doesn't like 4-stroke anymore when I'm full throttle, so that is awesome. But it is a little bit more difficult getting it to start and warm up, but it still gets there eventually. So what we're going to be doing today, my grip on this throttle is starting to slide. Obviously you can tell it's kind of twisting, so I'm just going to replace this whole throttle assembly because I got plenty more extras. And then I guess I'll take off that grip too, put on another one. But I got one of these little slim metal ones, and then also got a slimmer, nicer looking kill switch. I don't really like the yellow button one, and that one's just long enough that it will reach as well. So we'll get all that on, and then while I'm getting it hooked up to the slide, I'll show you the settings on the needle just to give you a peek at that. But that's what we're doing today, so it'll be a little short one. All right, let's get the stuff taken off. All right, so I'll show you with the slide first. Just push it through, pull the barrel down and out. Don't lose our spring. And we need to keep our top cap. And then that is all we need from this throttle. Set that down there. Oh. So if I pull this out, try to make sure you can actually see it. So let's see here. Not sure how well the lighting is, but there's little notches on it. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. And I ended up moving that clip all the way to the top one so the needle goes as far down as possible inside. And I'm sure I'll readjust it once I change up my fuel ratio. I actually did just get to 200 miles on that engine, so it is officially broken in. But I still got a little bit of 20-to-1 gas that I want to finish running through, and then I'll probably bump it up to 35, maybe 40-to-1. So we'll get there when we get there, but let's install this new one. So we're going to put it through the cap first. Make sure it's the tiny barrel end. Now we'll put our spring on. This one has so much extra slack that this is just too easy. Too easy. All right. Make sure that's on there good. Yep. Okay. So then on our other side with the big barrel, we're going to send it through the threaded hole because obviously that threads into there. We'll just screw that on. And then with ones that pull a hard 90 like this, you'll normally find like a plastic piece inside of it, and that's to kind of like a guide for the wire, just so it's not like rubbing on bare metal and then possibly severing the wire itself. So then we're going to stick the barrel into the slot on the throttle and then rotate it around the curved side just like that. So that is good to go. And another thing I like to do before we actually put this all together, if it has a plastic piece like this, I like to put a little bit of grease in it just to give it a little bit of extra lubrication. So we'll take a little bit of this. Set that back down. We'll stick it back inside with our wire. Turn that around. And then this is good to go back together. Let's see, make sure we get our threaded side correctly. We're not going all the way down, but just enough. And another nice thing about these metal ones is that you shouldn't actually have to drill that hole in your handlebars for that locking pin like I got on this other one. Oh, where'd it go? Nope, it's on the top half in my pocket. So how it has that little nut on it to like really lock it onto the bars, you don't have to do that because these are metal. It's gonna clamp it so tight. These are being plastic, they kind of need that pin, but these ones you don't need that. So kind of wish I would have had one of these to begin with so I didn't have to drill a hole in those bars, but that's okay. They are meant for bike stuff. So now, let's see, got plenty of movement in it. So let's move back out there and get it put on. All right, so I'm gonna set this down for a second. We're actually gonna start with our kill switch. Oh, and this is going to be a pain to downshift. Or upshift. I got an idea. Set that. I guess. All right, got everything on. Was literally talking about how hot it was outside and then realized my phone had overheated. So lost a lot of the footage of me actually getting everything sorted out where I wanted it, but I had to finagle shifter and clutch around just to get stuff on. I was thinking about putting the kill switch on this side, but that's just a bad idea because pulling in the clutch and then trying to hit the kill switch, just no, bad idea. So ended up moving it back on this side. It's difficult trying to squeeze screwdriver in between all these gaps, but I got it on there good. And then yeah, to the person who commented that my wire routing is a mess, joke's on you, it's even worse now, but that's okay. It works, everything moves freely, nothing grabs, nothing like that. I did end up having to switch the cable over to the longest one I have because that one was just way too short. So it is all good now. Haven't test rode it yet because it's looking like it's about to start raining now. So that's where we're gonna call it for today, and maybe tomorrow I'll take it for a test ride. But thanks for watching.